morning the right way.
Gonna be great, gonna be a good day.
This is Jase and Lauren on Melbourne's Nova 100.
Well, good morning, everybody, and happy Friday Eve. Didn't that sneak up?
Didn't it sneak up on us?
I love a Thursday.
Yeah, me too. It's just so close to the weekend. It's got the right vibe. I like a sunny Thursday too.
I like being a little naughty on a Thursday night.
Well, you know you've only got to get up for one more morning.
Exactly, and you
That
can power
helps.
through that.
Yeah.
And we all know on a Friday, whatever your job, it's 50%.
Yeah, it doesn't count.
Unless you're in the OR. I'd really like you to
What's
focus.
the OR?
The operating room.
Oh, the OR?
Yeah. I reckon I'd love them to do a strong 90.
Or the pilots as well.
Yeah, those things land themselves.
Oh, do they?
Here's a question.
If you're in an office job, though,
Oh,
forget about it.
phone it in.
Put the feet up.
Unless you're in the control tower.
Oh,
If you're in the
don't
control
put the-
tower,
don't put the
strong
feet up.
95%.
That's not an a control tower ain't an office job.
Question.
Question?
If we're on board a plane and flight attendant came over going, hey guys, sorry, the pilot's just had a heart attack. We need someone who thinks
my
they can land the
God.
plane. What?
I'm flying today.
Well, you need to answer
Don't worry,
this.
there's always more than one pilot. You're fine.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, I forgot to say, the other
Oh,
pilot.
Jase, stop.
the other pilot's
This is
had the fish.
ridiculous.
The other, the other pilot had a stroke
Stop
watching
it.
the first
It's a
pilot have a heart
ridiculous
attack.
conversation.
Do you think you could land the plane?
Yeah, people, it's been done.
Exactly.
Is this an episode of Flying High?
I reckon we could do it.
I don't
As a
think you
team?
could.
You don't think what's it?
I don't think you could.
100% I could.
You couldn't sit in the seat long enough. You'd be pacing up and down the aisles. You can't sit still.
What do you mean 10 minutes until we
No.
start our descent? Let's go. Also, that whole descent thing, like surely you can get it on the ground quicker.
We must get you into a flight simulator.
Oh my God. No,
Yes.
no,
Let's do
Yes.
no.
Yes.
What do you think we should do the real thing?
I want to test his theory.
Do you think we should do the real thing?
No.
No.
You can't even sit on a plane to be a passenger.
That's a long flight to Sydney.
You think you're going to get DVT going to Sydney
I almost did. Thank God I read the onboard magazine and started twirling my ankles.
doing the exercises? Toes up, toes down, toes up,
toes
lift
down.
the knees, drop the knees, lift
All
the
right.
knees.
We're
drop
going to
the
need a
knees.
flight simulator to test out.
Oh, you have to go to our resident aerosexual Nick's house. Has he built his yet?
I don't know, actually.
So Nick is a guy who listens to our show who we call our resident aerosexual because he knows every single thing about planes. He goes to the plane viewing platform.
Yep.
And he bought a flight simulator but didn't tell his wife and was going to try and build it in the spare room and see if she didn't notice.
Yeah.
So all his poor wife hears on the other side of that locked door is Nick giggling and going, ooh, ooh, ooh. Like,
Is that what pilots do?
I reckon Nick would. Whee!
Remember we said to him, now you can fly anywhere in the world. Where's the
That's right,
first
that's right.
place you're going to go in your flight simulator and land the plane? He goes, Gold Coast.
It's picturesque. That
really is.
That landing.
So we're making our descent just over Movie World. There's the aqueduct out the right-hand side of the
Yeah,
plane.
there's the Joker.
Hey, Jacinta Allen, the Premier is in the house this morning after 8 o'clock.
We've heard so much about Victoria's big build in terms of infrastructure. Now she's pushing the big housing build.
This is
Trying to
good.
get-
Yes?
Yeah, well, there's stamp duty relief if you're buying a
Stamp duty sucks.
an off-the-plan apartment, townhouse unit.
Yep, which is all anyone can afford at the moment.
Stamp duty does suck.
Yep, we'll get to that a little bit later on. Also, they are coming and we've got your tickets. That is your winning song today to win tickets to Coldplay. These guys are unreal live.
Yes.
I got my whole
and the
Brisbane-
countdown is on.
Pretty much half my Brisbane family is flying in for Coldplay.
I know. Where are you going to put them all?
Letitia, the urban sister, and her
She's bringing
family are
the
on the way.
kids.
She's bringing all the kids.
Should we take them out again? Remember I took them out clubbing?
Oh, what happened? There was some
So
sort of
Lauren,
tabletop dancing
I had
or
my
something.
3 sisters in town. Now keep in mind, my third sister is quite older. She'd be like late 50s, and Lauren had at Electric till
No, it was
2 in the morning.
no. Yeah, it was my brother's 40th.
Yeah.
You just happened to have your family in town on the same day I was at my brother's 40th lunch, and come 7 o'clock, I was like, "What's up, sisters?"
Now my 55-year-old sister's always like, can you tell Lauren I'm due for a night in Melbourne?
I know. We could do the
Shooters?
wine bar near my house this time. It's far more sophisticated.
Oh, yeah.
But it is just around the corner from Electric if we wanted to, roll in a little later.
I'm coming.
Yeah. Oh, mate, they had a wild time. I looked up at the booth at Electric, and there's my 55-year-old sister holding up a magnum bottle of vodka over her head like she was at Schoolies Week in Vegas.
I said, bring your sisters, bring the sissies. Next minute, Gen Z, who I call my little sister, rolled in. She said, you said bring the sisters. So she was in the booth with Jase's sisters drinking.
She bought a date.
Gen Z.
Gen Z, our producer, bought a date to Electric that night.
And then dropped him like a hot potato.
Yeah, have you caught up with him since then?
Ever seen him again?
How's that relationship going? No, next.
No, that looks
Thank
like
you.
a hard no.
Moving on.
Hey, guys, this weekend we are going doggy dating. We'll tell you all about it. Also, on the other side of Billie Eilish, Lauren, you were off the show for a little bit the other day, and Clint revealed something that he does with his dog that I find quite
that's right.
disturbing. I'll tell you about it next on Nova. Good morning, Melbourne. You're listening to Nova 100.
Start your fur baby's journey on the right paw with Pet Buns, Puppy and Kitten Club. Petbun.com.au.
Jase and Lauren's doggy dating.
Saturday, blue skies, sunshine, 22, perfect weather to go doggy dating.
Right. It's happening at Faulkner Park. Now, if you haven't heard about this yet, we think this is the best way to meet people if you are single, because it is where I have the most conversations with strangers. I take my dog to the dog park, and it's just so easy to start a conversation because you're like, oh, what's his name? What's her name? How old is she? And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, where do you live? That's a bit creepy. That's a bit full on.
Is this your dog humping my leg? Yes, it's my dog.
No,
I'm Jason.
Like, then all of a sudden your dogs are playing and they're sharing a ball and you're like, wow, I've been talking to this guy for 25 minutes with no awkwardness.
We wanted to do some sort of, singles catch up, but yeah, like Lola said, take the pressure off it. So if you are single and you're a dog owner, come one, come all, 10 till 12 this Saturday, Faulkner Park.
Faulkner Park. Now, Faulkner Park is big. We're on Lawn 2, which is near the corner of Toorak Road and St Kilda Road. We'll be down there with the doggies.
Yep, there'll be a whole bunch of Nova crew there. You'll see the signs everywhere.
It's going to be a fun morning.
So, this dog.
And they called it puppy love.
My name is Scout. I've just turned 2 and I'm a Whippet Cross, so I still have lots of puppy energy. I love to run and play with the other dogs at the park. My favourite toy at home at the moment is the loudest, squeakiest ball that I always find when Mum tries to hide it. At the end of the day, I'm very happy to sit and have cuddles with Mum while we sit and watch something on Netflix and Mum has a glass of wine.
Oh. That's
Mum
pretty
sounds
much
fun.
what I do too with my dog. My dog has been banned from squeaky toys. We're a squeak. You know what we are? This is how boring our house has become. We are a squeak-free household and we are a stuffing-free household.
And you are a colour-free household.
Yes.
Everything's white.
They have natural coloured ropes that they're allowed to do.
Because,
Jesus Christ.
these dogs can get the squeaker out of the toy.
Ted.
Yeah.
And mine does too.
Mine's-
And then they're not interested in the toy.
Have they ever-
Mine's a savage. Ted goes for the toy's eyes first, rips the eyes out, then rips the stuffing out, then rips the squeaker out.
Yeah.
Remember that dog in the movie that ate the squeaker and every time
That's
he
what I
went
was
to
about
bark?
to ask, yeah.
What was that movie? What was that movie?
Hey,
Didn't that happen in real life?
No, it was
Maybe
in a
not.
movie and it's sitting in the front seat. It's like a bulldog and it goes,
when you weren't here the other day,
yeah.
I asked Clint a question about Pep, his dog.
He's a good boy.
Good boy. Good boy, Peppy.
We were talking about whether, how do I put this?
On the very rare occasion
Does he sleep in your room?
No. Does he...
He's a voyeur.
Clint, has your dog ever interrupted you and a lady having a session?
If you don't shut the door, they get a bit jealous that someone else is in the bed.
Have you speaking from experience?
Potentially.
Does he ever...
No!
Does he ever... Ow!
No, but I do.
Hang on. So you let Pep watch you do the deed?
Well, no, it's not a... You can watch tonight. I don't instruct him.
Or you don't give him popcorn and a little chair to sit on?
Is there somebody else there?
Sometimes.
Oh, no. I heard Chris Brown talking about this the other
what
day.
did the
Well, he
doctor
said
say?
you've got to be
The
very
handsome
careful
doctor.
because
Why?
dogs can sometimes think that the other person is hurting you
That's what I said
and
to
jump
you.
up to try and protect you, and next minute there's bloody 3 of you on the bed.
That's what I said. I said, does Pep ever go, my
There were
daddy's
3
being
in the
hurt?
bed.
Legs going everywhere. No, get off it.
And
Get
the
off.
head went that way. The legs went that way.
I know. Dogs would have seen it all.
So
Oh, yeah.
is Brownie saying I should lock
Oh.
the dog outside? Because then he scratches at the door and it's
Yeah, that's a
annoying.
mood killer.
How nervous
Just
were
let
we?
him watch. It's way sexier.
How nervous will we be
I
if one
reckon
day
my
they go,
dog, if my dog saw me, he'd take one look and run downstairs faster than the speed of light. Get me out of here.
imagine if they bring out an invention where it's like, we can translate what the dog's saying.
Oh.
No.
Oh, no.
No.
I'd like to call Pep to the witness stand.
No.
Well, Clint's doing time.
Anyway, please join us for doggy dating. If you're single and you've got a dog, come on down to Faulkner Park on Saturday morning. We will put all the details on our Instagram on Saturday morning if you need some help. It's going to be so much fun. There's going to be many, many singles there. And you could just meet the love of your life.
It is.
Give us a howl, Lauren.
Jason Lauren's safe word.
We require a safe word.
Oh, we love Nando's, and we love that they sent Nando's in Monday morning as well. What a way to start breakfast. Hey, introducing the Perry Pineapple Sanger, the fiery love child from Nando's and Bang & Sangers, available for a limited time only. We are doing our very own safe word, Perry Pineapple. If you can get through a challenge and last 30 seconds without saying the safe word Perry Pineapple, you win yourself $1,000. Scott is joining us in the studio this morning. G'day, bud.
Morning. How are we?
Good morning.
How you going?
We're good. Are you nervous because you don't know what we're going to do or what you have to do?
Nah.
How are you with hot food?
Oh.
Uh-oh.
I can give it a go.
Like, so you go into Nando's, when they go, do you want the lemon, the lemon herb, the medium,
or the
the extra hot? You
I'm
normally-
a lemon herb.
Lemon
We
and
got the
herb
challenge
gelatin.
for you! Yes! Scotty!
We have a hot sauce,
Okay.
which what does it say on the back? 12 out of 10.
Yeah. It says
The
out
boys
of the
just
heat,
tasted it.
12 out of 10. I put a touch on my finger. My mouth's still on fire.
Yeah, I had a bit of a bigger dollop, and it was.
Do you want the little spoon or the big spoon?
Let's go the big.
Oh,
You don't have to. Give
You
him the
don't
little,
have to.
give him the
You
little,
don't have
give
to.
him the
Why
little.
not?
give him the big
Let's tell
spoon.
everyone. Do the big spoon.
Okay. You reckon that
Show
much,
me how
Clint?
much.
Fine. yes, yeah.
It's 12 out of 10 and he doesn't like, well, I mean,
Like,
that's...
Give him the sauce.
all you
Okay,
have to
and
do,
what? He's got to have it for 30 seconds in his mouth before he can have
30
milk.
seconds without milk. If you need the milk, you need to scream the safe word, which is...
Perry Pineapple.
Okay. Scotty, I'll pass you the spoon.
Oh, he looks determined.
So I
doesn't
can
he?
swallow it, right?
He's sort of-
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
You do what
Are
you want
you
with
ready?
it.
Yeah,
I'll
let's
get
go.
my
I've
finger
got
on
my
the
time.
stopwatch.
I've got my timer
3,
ready to go.
2, 1, in it goes.
We are counting.
It's in. Tell us when it kicks
How is
in,
it?
will you?
How
Oh,
hot
yeah,
is it?
she's spicy.
She's quick, isn't she?
I feel like,
She's not the lemon
That's
and herb.
more a 15 out of 10. I reckon.
Yeah.
oh, for a lemon and herb guy, this is
Is
not
it
good. Oh,
is it subsiding? No.
No.
are you
Seems to be
sweating
getting
yet?
worse.
Yeah.
It's got quite a
got a
burn
bit of a
factor
burn,
on
yeah,
the lips.
like
Smell
that.
it.
You can smell it. How long to go, Loz?
That is the timer done.
He's
some
lasted
milk.
30 seconds. Give him some milk. I would definitely do some milk. Are you not lactose intolerant, are you?
Nah, I could do another one actually.
Oh, he's beat you at your own game.
Well, do you
Jace,
know
big
what?
pansy.
Would have been
No.
funny if he was lactose intolerant. He would have shat the bed from the milk as well.
Oh, don't. Do you reckon that stings on the way in and on the way out?
Well, ring
Let
tomorrow.
us know tomorrow.
I'll let you know.
Well
Scott,
done.
$1,000 thanks
Thanks,
to
guys.
Nando's. Good work.
Thank you.
Introducing Perry Pineapple Sanger, the fiery love child from Nando's at Bang & Sangers. It's available for a limited time only. Register via the Nova Player app or novafm.com.au to score $1,000. Would you like some more milk?
No, I'm good. Thanks.
What about some more sauce?
Nah.
No. Oh, yeah.
We're just talking bins before the song and
Yes.
about how enraged we get with our various collection days, services,
I can't
weeks.
keep
It
up.
all it's a mess. It's
And
a mess.
also, you know what? We pay enough rates.
Yes.
Can't they write on the bin what day it goes out?
Oh,
idea.
I had to Google the other day.
well, don't you just
I had
get
to
a
look at this giant map and go,
Oh, what day does the fish bin come to put my fish bones out?
don't you just look at the other people that have
Yeah.
already put it out? That's
That's the
how
only-
I just follow the.
But who's the
I follow
leader?
the bouncing ball.
people are late in my street.
Are they?
I
I
was
think-
like, did you see that guy that went viral this week for chasing the garbage truck down the street
Oh,
with his bin?
begging. There's nothing worse than when you miss it. You hear the truck and you like jump out of bed.
You know what I've been doing?
What?
So I've had some extra bags of rubbish I need to get into the normal bin. So as the truck comes along my side of the street, he'll empty it. And then as he drives off, I quickly fill it again and wheel
Take
it
it on
across
the
the
other
road.
side. Smart. That's smart.
Put it outside the units so it looks like it's just one of them.
But when the trucks
How
are,
much rubbish do you have?
you could
Mate,
also
I got
just
Why do you have so much?
3 dependents. One of them's in nappies, and like
You need your own tip in the backyard.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good morning to our Greens friends this morning. How about in Brisbane? Brisbane City Council. This is extraordinary. A homeowner has lashed out at that particular council after a worker, what do you call them? A garbo.
Garbo.
They've surely got a nicer name than a garbo.
No, the garbos.
the garbage man
Rubbish
and women.
removalist. Dumped waste onto the street while trying to empty a wheelie bin and then turned a blind eye and drove away. That's not my job, he said. It's got to go in the bin.
He dropped it.
That's dodge. No.
You can't be doing that.
You'd have,
it was an
you'd have gloves
accident.
on board. You'd have gloves on board,
Yeah.
so if a bit of rubbish falls out, you got to get out. You got to get out of the truck. What
I
happened to-
always like the garbos. I wave to them when I see them.
So do I. You know
Morning.
what? I want to be a garbo when you could hang off the back of the truck.
Don't they do that anymore?
No,
They're
it's
so
all
No,
fit
it's a
because
mechanical arm.
no,
isn't
it's
it?
all the mechanical
They,
arms now.
Isn't there someone still running to help?
In the posh suburbs where the streets are quite narrow, sometimes they have the
we've got
guys on
one
the back of the
in
truck.
Richmond,
In a
City
narrow
of
street.
Of course you do.
Yarra.
Well, in the burbs, it's
But
all
how
robotic.
I don't understand how the mechanical arm gets them when there's cars parked on the street.
Sometimes they have to get out.
You know,
Yeah, because there's a guy who runs, and he must be the fittest person in all of the land because he runs all day.
Do you know
Behind a
Elon's
truck.
SpaceX?
Yeah.
How it did the reverse landing?
Yes.
It's akin to that. It's the same technology.
As the bin.
Yeah.
Except there's cars in the way. Like where I put my bin,
Yeah.
there's cars in the way. So how do they can't crush the car to get the bin.
No, just they sort of expand the arm and it just goes over.
That's bullshit.
You're making that up.
That is absolute bullshit.
I don't know. Well, maybe we should 13 24 10 if you're a garbo or a garbage specialist,
No,
a rubbish collection.
You know what I'd like to
specialist.
know?
I want to know the dirt though from
Oh.
a garbo. What have you seen in people's bins? Because there's cameras that film what's going in the truck. in
We
case
don't know
there's-
that. We don't.
But
That's what I
isn't
want to know.
I'm
Is
told
it-
in case there's gas bottles
Yeah.
or bodies.
But isn't it too? Oh, yeah, well, if it's a body, that's drastic.
Yeah, but they wouldn't know if it was just the mechanical arm tipping it in.
Yeah, it's a good
So they're
point.
watching what's coming out of people's bin.
body would be a green bin.
I'd put it in
Compost.
the glass, maybe.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Stop it.
13 24 10 is
But no
our
lid
number.
on it. Don't put a lid on it.
No, absolutely not. Wash it out. 13 24 10. Are you a garbo? Secret life of a garbo. That's
Yeah.
what we're doing next.
Do you sometimes see people because someone said if your bin doesn't close and the lid's not shut and it's too full, they won't take it. I'm
They'll
like,
take
they
it.
need to take it. It's full. That's when
Yeah.
I need you the most.
Will they
Hey,
care if
help
I
me
if I
out.
get them to empty it and then chuck 2 more bags in and then empty it again? Like, I mean, it's not like.
But what if I leave bags next to it? Like, it's because
No,
I'm full.
it's got to be in.
What if I'm out there with them, waiting for them? Can I throw it in the back of the truck?
Do they still get free beer at Christmas? I used to give a
should.
6-pack to my garbo.
On ya.
13 24 10. Do you still get beer at Christmas? Bloody hell, there's
Maybe.
so many questions that need
Garbos!
answering.
Call now! We're heading to the garbage trucks.
That's right. There was some controversy in Brisbane about a garbo dropping some rubbish and refusing to pick it up. I love our garbos. I think they do a great job. But we want to know on 13 24 10, are you a garbage man or woman? What have you seen? What have you done? What's the situation like on the roads?
Let's go to Pakenham. Andrew, you are not a garbo.
No, I'm not.
See you, Andrew.
No, getting back. What's up,
Are
Andrew?
you passionate about
Do
garbage?
you love them?
No, but when you were talking about the guys running behind the trucks, when me and my brother were 12, I was 12, my brother was 14, we used to run around Dingley Village and actually help the garbo load up the back of the truck.
Oh, you like
they-
the work experience?
Would they ever
kid.
chuck you on the back so you could hold on as the truck went down the street?
That's what we did, and he just stayed in the truck.
How
That's all
good.
cheap
Wouldn't be
labour.
allowed to do that now.
Oh, God, no.
So
now
you
they'd
reckon-
be sued.
You
Oh,
reckon
wait,
the
Jase.
garbos can't still hang on the back of the truck anymore, Jase?
No, it's, mate, in the burbs, it is all the robot arm. That garbage truck driver does not get out. He's got 2
Really?
steering wheels,
But is
one
there
on
more
either
than one-
side.
But how do they? Anyway, let's talk to the garbos and find out.
No, I
But
can
there's
answer.
some suburbs, he's right, there's some suburbs where it's a little
'Cause there's
toit,
cars on my
little
street.
toit around.
Yeah.
So they do have somebody running behind.
Yeah.
But they're not having a ride.
They must be
They're
so
running.
fit.
They
They're
are
running.
they are so fit, Lauren.
So fit.
I was just telling you
garbage
off
trucks,
air.
that little step at the back.
I saw one in action yesterday, and he was fit.
I want to know if they've ever if there's really cameras watching what rubbish goes in and what they've seen.
Surely.
Do you reckon
Confessions
it's-
of a garbage person.
Do you reckon it's a rock, paper, scissors job that morning? Like who's driving, who's running?
Yeah, probs.
Nah, I reckon you'd firmly know who was the runner and who was the driver.
Corey,
Corey.
morning.
Yo,
Are you a Garbo?
Yo.
Yes, I am. I'm a rear lift operator.
Are you in
Is that what it's called?
Sorry, what's the title?
A rear lift operator.
a rear lift operator? Are you in the truck now?
No.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Is it true there's cameras that you can see what rubbish goes in the back of your truck?
Yes, there is.
Do you look? Do you care?
I don't really care, to be honest. Yeah.
I guess
Okay.
if you hear something go, something go not quite right.
What are you
look.
looking for specifically?
You sort of if you see any bodies or anything like that come out of the bin, you
right.
certainly
Has it happened?
raise questions. Not to me, no.
Okay,
Right.
so what have you found in your garbage truck?
Adult toys and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, right.
I
Adult
I thought
toys.
they'd go in the recycle.
Question: what truck are you
No, they're
driving?
rubber, not
are you,
plastic.
Are you driving the green waste truck? Or are you driving just the normal rubbish truck?
No, so I currently drive a building waste truck.
Right.
Oh.
So I
You've
go
been
around all the
upgraded.
building sites.
Why are they using?
And
a
you're finding adult toys.
Yeah, why are
in
they
there?
using a dildo on a job site? What's the go there?
Yeah, no. So I've done general waste and all that sort of stuff, and you do see a lot of that stuff in the general waste. But
Right.
currently,
And
with the job that I'm doing, no, you don't find that.
Gotcha.
Corey, is it true that if your bin's too full, the Garbos won't pick it up?
Not for domestic, no.
Okay.
Right.
That's a lie.
Let's go
Good to
to
know.
all right. 13 24 10 is our number. Kaz the Garbo. Good morning.
Yes.
Morning, team. How are you?
Yeah, we're good.
Are you in the truck now?
Yes, I am.
Good day
yes,
for a
Kaz.
Kaz.
Kaz, is it a joystick operation to get the robotic arm going? How does it work?
Yeah, it is. It's a four-way control.
Yeah, right. And then question, what about if there was a car blocking you getting to the wheelie bin? Do you have to stop and get out of the truck?
Depends on which company you work for. If you work for Solo or JJ's, that is a requirement.
Ah.
Right, okay.
If you work for a council, it's more a case of most of the residents know don't park in front of the bins because we won't empty it.
Yeah, but
Because
people do.
we need free and clear access.
Yes, you
But
do,
people do.
Kaz.
Yeah,
People
but
park
like
there.
my whole
Don't get stuck
street
into Kaz.
is-
Get it stuck into the drivers.
is permit parking, and the whole street is full of cars every night because no one's got driveways.
So you're telling me the council say to you, if there's a car in the way, you don't have to get out. You can just drive on.
Correct. What we do is we tag it as being no access to the bin, and the rear loader will go out within a day or two and clear it up.
Oh, there you go. Hey,
Ever found anything weird or interesting or wild in the back of your garbage truck?
I haven't, but I find things like fax machines and stuff like that, electrical in the green waste bin. But I do know of drivers that have
Yeah.
had a body go in the back.
A body?
Yep.
And
It
then,
was approximately 5 to 7 years ago.
yep.
One of the other councils,
apparently.
it did make national news. One of the other council drivers had a body in his bin. He didn't see it go in, but when the paddle came back around, it propped the body straight up to his camera.
Oh, that's terrible.
Do you mark that down?
And it freaked him out so bad it wasn't funny.
Yeah,
I
I
can
bet.
imagine.
I bet.
Oh.
Shall we lighten the mood a little bit, Kaz? Do you get frothies at Christmas?
Not really.
Oh,
Do you have to work Christmas?
Because,
oh
yeah, we do.
Yeah,
You still do
absolutely.
work, mate.
yeah,
Every
if it's
day
bin
of the
day or
year.
Christmas
Bin day you
Day.
work.
it's bin day. You're working.
Yeah, mate, that's why if the
You
garbage
need it on
trucks...
Boxing Day, not Christmas Day.
No, because then they go home and they pop them when they get home. Merry Christmas to me.
No, I'm saying I need the bins collected on Boxing Day.
Oh, sorry.
When
yeah.
there's all the leftover
The
prawn
recycling
shells.
one.
And
I did one of those home jobs, where you can ring one of those companies and they come round, they just take your rubbish. I did that on Boxing Day because of all the cardboard everywhere.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, they were so busy that they didn't come around in a garbage truck. They just came around in like a thrifty,
A van. A van.
Took all your rubbish.
and that just poured all the rubbish into the back of the thrifty van.
That'll do. I don't care as long as it's not in my bin.
Yeah, I know.
Take it wherever
and
you
as long
want.
as I'm not moving next week, need to hire a van from Thrifty.
Oh, smells
is-
like prawn shells.
What have we got? 14 sleeps to the US election?
Yeah. Less. 12, I think.
I'm sick of hearing
Come
about
on.
Thursday, 2 weeks.
I was listening to the
I am
Smartless podcast.
sick of hearing about the US election.
Well, I was listening
I'm
to the
so
Smartless
into it.
podcast on the way in, and the potential vice president, Tim
Waltz.
Waltz.
I like him.
Waltz
So
Coach
he's
Walsh.
Kamala Harris's potential VP. I like him. He's a dad.
Yep, coach,
Yeah.
school teacher.
He's like a normal bloke who gets
100%.
the
You know what I
world.
loved? I was listening to the podcast and this made me think of, no doubt you've seen the clips coming out of Queensland, the Queensland Premier at the moment, not knowing, who's in each electorate. He keeps getting quizzed.
I know.
And they interviewed Tim and he's like, I don't know who, senators are in each state. My wife's really good with that, but I don't know.
He's
it.
normal.
And it was like, oh, mate, you're normal. You're just owning it.
Well, he used last night, he used an Australian word. He
Did
used
he?
the word dipshit.
Did he really?
Tim Waltz?
Yeah, he
Oh
used the
my
word
God.
dipshit
What context?
to describe
Trump?
and one of his policies.
Yeah, right.
Jeez. I mean,
well-
that's why. Did Kamala Harris do Joe Rogan in the end? There was a rumor she was
No,
going
but
to.
Trump is going to do Rogan.
Yeah, when's
Is
that?
she doing it?
No, not yet. There's no confirmation. Rogan wants both. But
Well, he said he would never have Donald Trump on, so he's
Yeah.
done a 180 on that.
Really?
yeah, it's so intense at the moment. So basically,
Hey. Remember Clint promised us Kamala?
No. So I've got a friend working on the campaign trail. I never said Kamala. I said we might be able to speak to maybe Coach Waltz.
No,
at some
you
stage.
don't.
I'd
no.
take him.
No, I'll take him. But I'm pretty
Why
sure you
won't
bounced
Kamala
in here
Harris
one
come
day
on with
saying,
us?
hey, guys, long shot, but I might have Kamala Harris.
I don't think I said that. Otherwise, it'd be a long shot because Melbourne ain't a battleground.
Guys,
I know, but I was pretty
sorry.
impressed.
What about Donald Trump's daughter, Ivanka, taking her daughter to Taylor Swift last night when he hates Taylor Swift because she's
Oh.
Yeah, his daughter and granddaughter went to Tay-Tay, which is like his arch nemesis.
Don wouldn't be happy about
Wouldn't be
that.
happy.
He'd be turning more orange.
Grandpa Donald would not be happy.
Let me take you to Michigan. Michigan is one of the 7 battleground
Yep.
states right now. Detroit is where this appearance happened. So basically, they're sort of either a Democratic or a Republican rally. It's to razz up the faithful effectively and try to win those swing voters. Well, Eminem has endorsed Kamala Harris and Tim Walsh.
Lose yourself.
And in doing so, he was called upon to introduce the former president, Barack Obama. Barack took a leaf out of Eminem's book and started rapping.
You know, I have done a lot of rallies, so I don't usually get nervous. But I was feeling some kind of way following Eminem. And I noticed my palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. Vomit on my sweater already. Mom's spaghetti. I'm nervous, but on the surface I look calm and ready to drop bombs, but I keep on forgetting.
Get it, Barack.
Oh my
And they went
gosh. When I said
they went off,
lose
didn't they?
yourself, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, they went off.
That is so good.
Why can't we have presidents like Barack
I know.
Obama?
When he said, I'm getting nervous, I was like, really? And then I was like, oh, well
Oh, yeah.
played.
Could you imagine ScoMo getting up doing that? No.
What do you know? So he knew it off by heart. What do you know the lyrics to?
Oh, the lyrics.
So because do you ever do this? Like I'll belt out a chorus of a song and then I'll get to a verse and then I go into Mumbletown.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Brightside.
Oh, yeah. No, I know all the words to that one. But it's weird that, I can't remember what I did yesterday, but then I remember, songs from high school that I used
Well, we
to
were
sing.
singing Les Mis the other day.
We did. I did,
One day more.
Another day, another destiny. This never-ending road to Calvary. So I did that.
That says a lot about us because the only thing I know is 2 all beef patty special sauce, lettuce, cheese, tomato, pickles on a sesame
Oh, you
seed bun.
buggered it up as well.
I forgot what I forget.
2 all beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun, Jase.
There you go. It's funny. I did that musical at school in year 10 and I remember every word to it.
Empty chairs and empty tables.
I don't want to make the people listen to it
Where
anymore.
my friends.
Remember Sweet Brown?
What's Sweet Brown?
That lady went viral years ago.
What was she
Sweet
reciting?
Brown. What was she reciting?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Oh,
She was the one that.
ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah,
Time
yeah.
for that.
I
Time
woke
for
up
that.
to go get me a cold pop, and I thought somebody was barbecuing. And I said, "Oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire!" And I ran out. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing. Jesus, I ran for my life. And then the smoke got me. I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that.
And then they made it into a song.
Yeah, they did.
They
Nobody
did.
got time for that. Time for that. Time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that.
So funny. It's like there's people that can recite. Oh, now I can't even remember her name.
Oh, no, shame. Who? Talk to me.
Julia Gillard's feminist
her
speech.
misogyny
speech.
I will not be lectured on misogyny by that man.
Yes.
Not now, not ever.
Hey, 13, 24, 10. What do you know off by heart?
Yes, what can you recite? I can still sing the periodic table from school. Hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon.
13, 24, 10 is our number. What do you know off by heart? Maybe it's a commercial.
That's what the school fees paid for at Wesley.
I don't
periodic table
don't
tune.
know what any of them
Money
do.
well spent there, Liz and Bobby.
Well done. Could have been a scientist.
You're not.
CSI, you scream CSIRO.
Yep. Now you're introing Justin Bieber and giving out Coldplay tickets. Hey, 13, 24, 10. What do you know off by heart? Song, commercials,
A rap, a speech.
whatever it is, give us a ring. In return, I've got tickets for you to head to the Melbourne Cup. A world of excitement awaits at the Melbourne Cup Carnival the 2nd to the 9th of November. Tickets start from $65 at vrc.com.au.
Yes, the Victorian Racing Club sure know how to put on a show, Jason. It is just around the corner.
What do you know off by heart? We'll hit the phones next. 13, 24, 10. What do you know off by heart? Let's go to Croydon. Jaden, what do you know off by heart?
I know the Happy Little Vegemite song off by heart.
Okay, go for it.
Oh, great.
Oh, he's got stage fright. All right, Jaden.
The best thing
That
I've
was
heard
awesome.
all year.
Yeah, Jaden, you really nailed that moment,
Good on
mate.
you, Jaden.
Think about it during this song and we'll come back to you, Jaden.
Well played. We are talking, what do you know off by heart? Before the song,
Jaden.
Jaden from Croydon.
So excited. And then
Crap the
he
bed.
got stage fright. Jaden, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Should we try this again? Take two. What do you know off by heart, Jaden?
The Happy Little Vegemite song.
Oh, do you?
Let's give it a hoon.
How's it go?
We are happy little Vegemites, as bright can be. We all enjoy our Vegemite for breakfast, lunch and tea. Our mummies say we're growing stronger every single week because we all adore our Vegemite. We all love our Vegemite.
No.
And there was absolutely zero enthusiasm in that,
Yep,
Jaden.
and it's we love our Vegemite.
Vegemite for breakfast, lunch and tea. Our mommy says we're growing stronger every single week
Because we love our Vegemite. We all adore our Vegemite.
was a rose in every tree.
He got his
See,
love
it's-
and his
it's-
adore in the wrong spot.
Yeah.
Jaden.
Jaden.
And
Jaden.
you need to love your Vegemite. And
Shall we
adore
get you
your
back on in
Vegemite.
an hour and we'll try again?
Yeah. See how much enthusiasm we can get.
All right, let's go to Jamie and Carrum Downs. Morning, Jamie.
Morning, how are you?
We are good. All right.
What can you recite?
I can remember my prep roll, so the order of the names
In the class?
Oh, wow.
in my class, yeah.
All right, Jamie, you ready to perform it for us?
How many
I
are there
think
in the
so.
class? Haven't done a stock take in a while. You lost a few?
3.
All right, Jamie, here we go. Give it a crack. Your prep class.
Yeah, so we used to have to call out our names in order, and my surname starts with an A, so I used to be able to listen.
Okay, you ready to go? All right, go for it.
Okay. Jamie, Liam, Damien, Cameron, Lisa, Reese, Kevin, Ruby, Ben, Shane, Veronica, Tyler, Jamie, Tammy, Jesse, Amy, Hayden, Matthew, Tyson, Brooke, Emily, Marcus, Stephen, Jesse.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
What year were you in prep, Jamie?
The first year of school, so before grade 1.
I meant like how long ago?
No, when?
Like
when?
20 years ago, 10 years ago?
Oh, so I'm in my 30s now. I'm 33, so
Oh,
yeah.
there you go.
Have you ever thought about repeating?
I probably should.
That's
It's the
funny.
first year of school.
After kinder.
We know how we know how it works. Yep.
That's impressive, though.
Let's-
She's remembered that for like 28 years.
Let's go to Morty Alec now. Lauren.
Hello.
What do you
Hi.
know? What do you know off by heart?
I know the opening speech of Law and Order Special Victims Unit.
Oh, yeah, that is
yeah, it's
now
the
that is
best.
worth knowing. Here
Now,
we
are
go,
that-
Lauren.
are all
you're-
the different units the same? The speech
No,
at start?
no,
they're different. are they?
no.
Oh.
Okay, all right. So hang on. I'm tuning through the TV. Shh, go for it.
Criminal justice system, especially sexually based offences are considered especially heinous. In New York City, the dedicated detectives who investigate these vicious felonies are members of an elite squad known as the Special Victims Unit. These are their stories.
Pretty good.
Well
Not
done.
bad. Not bad.
Well done, Lauren.
What I like is she did the voice as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to get into character.
Special Victims Unit. These are their stories.
Don't ruin her, like this is her moment. Okay.
Sorry, well, her name's also Lauren, so I thought we could share the spotlight.
Gotcha. Right.
Good on you, Loz.
Hey, it is just gone 27 past 7. We're going to check your run to work, latest in news, and then coming up, the boys of Peking Duck have agreed to play a very special event here in Victoria. It is going down tonight. We helped get this across the line.
It's so good.
I don't think they ever would have played this venue before.
No, I'm not sure they'll ever play it again either. This is a one-night only kind of thing.
Look, bit of blue sky out there,
Looks
but
lovely out there
don't get
today.
used to it. They're saying showers as the day goes on, but you know what? I doubt it.
Yesterday afternoon was sparkler.
Have they got windows at the Weather Bureau? Because,
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, but I don't think that looking out the window tells you what's going to happen.
They're
this
looking at their
afternoon.
synoptic chart.
Well, the synoptic chart says showers later today. It's going to come good Saturday, though. Hopefully tonight the weather is okay for this.
Take me over.
So, last week, a young kid called Kai reached out to Peking Duck and said, guys, can you make me the coolest kid at my school by playing at my formal after party? I've got a bunch of mates who I'm not going to say after this. I want it to be, I think his quote was, the sickest night ever.
Sick.
My sister has a speaker you can borrow if you need it. Would you come and DJ at my after party?
In Wang.
In
Wangaratta. So we tracked down Kai and thought we'd love to make this happen. So we tracked down Kai and hooked him up last week with Peking Duck. Lads, meet Ike. I meet the boys.
Kai, you legend. How are you, brother?
Good, how are you?
Yeah,
Good to meet you, man. First of all, you're an absolute icon.
How old are you, Kai?
I'm 15 at the moment.
Oh.
Kai, you are about to be the coolest kid
in Wangaratta.
Yeah, mate.
15.
It's going to be the best set of all time.
Peking Duck are going.
This
to
is
Kai's
amazing.
Formal after party.
He was so excited. He was like lost for words excited.
There's-
So they've connected. They've said they'll go to the after party, but we believe there's been a development.
There
It's
has been-
tonight, by the way,
Yeah,
formal.
tonight's the night in
Don't tell me
Wangaratta.
they've cancelled.
They've not cancelled, but there has been a change.
What?
I'm going to FaceTime Ruben now from Peking Duck. Make your bets. Is he going to be in a tux?
I hope so. Bow tie.
Yeah. Wooden? Oh. Hey, Ruben!
There he is. Are
Hang
we
on.
dressed and ready for the formal?
Hello.
Dodgy signal. He could be in Wangaratta already. Hello.
On my way there right now. Let's go. How we doing?
We're going
my
well. How you
gosh.
doing?
Yeah, not too bad. Just getting pumped for a year 10 formal as per usual.
Okay, so last time we spoke to you, we teed you up with Kai, who had
Yep.
reached out to you to perform at his school formal after party, but I believe you've been upgraded and you've got an invite to the actual event.
Yeah, look, it is a big upgrade because it's an actual premise and there's going to be potentially way better, way more in control. But oh my God, I'm actually really excited. I haven't been to a year 10 formal since I was in year 10.
Have you got your suit ready? What are you wearing? Are you dressing up like you're a guest?
Oh my God, I should see if I can find my own. Oh, I definitely wouldn't fit it. But
Rubes, you know what I could see you in? Remember the coloured suits in Dumb and Dumber?
Yeah, with the cummerbund
Yes,
and the full
yes.
kit and the bow tie.
oh man, I'm not going to lie. It was like a purple, very floral suit. It was, it was colourful as hell. Yeah, colourful suits. That's the vibe.
Yeah,
How
right.
good. David Beckham got married in a purple suit.
Did he?
Yeah, very on trend.
David Beckham can do whatever he wants. In a
How
purple
is
suit.
this gig going to differ from a regular Peking Duck gig, given there's teachers and 16 and 17-year-olds in the place?
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. We are often very heavily reliant on the flames and people And also people not really being able to see and having a real lack of coherency because they've had a couple
Shandies.
skewies, perhaps. Yeah, shandies. So I guess we'll have to really be on the ball.
But keep in mind, that Bunnings gig you guys played was a dry event, and that went off.
Yeah, and look, here we are, round 2.
I think it's the teachers you're going to have to look out for, Ruben, to be honest.
That's so funny because they are like our demo that we have been playing gigs to those teachers since we were, our whole career. Yeah, they are. I'm sure they have.
I imagine normally teachers are like, who's going to take the Friday night shift?
Oh, exactly.
Who's going to take the formal shift? Because I'm not doing it. I'm not going. And this year they'll be like, I'm going to the formal.
Yeah,
Are you going to the formal?
I'll do formal.
Yeah,
you do
I'll
school
do the
pickup.
formal.
Hey, Rubes.
Yeah, the teachers have their own friends and family list this year.
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
of course. Well, listen, mate, again, good on you guys for doing this. This is going to mean the absolute world to Kai.
And to Wangaratta.
Yeah, and to Wangaratta. So have fun tonight, all right?
Hey, it's going to mean the world to us. It's actually the most cute idea in the world, and I'm so glad we rallied for this one. It's going to be sick.
Hey, Ruben, Kai won you over because he said if you come and play at the formal, you can use my sister's speaker. Have you got a bigger sound system or are you using his sister's speaker?
Honestly, I reckon we're going to have his sister's speaker front and center DJing with us.
Terrific.
Hey,
love that.
we're not going to have you on in 2 weeks doing a baby shower or anything, are we? Hang on. As in playing a baby shower. I'm not. Lauren just looked at me like you're
falling in love with the teacher.
No, Lauren just looked at me like he's not impregnating the teachers. No, I meant like playing a baby shower.
Oh, like we're now his booking agent. You want Peking duck at your event? Contact us.
Not impregnating the teachers. No.
Baby shower was a bad choice.
Have fun tonight, Rubes.
Okay, we'll do.
Can't wait to hear about it. Bye.
Take my heart, don't break it.
Jason Lauren's doggy dating.
Hey, last night Lauren became an instant mum. We're going to chat about that after 8 o'clock.
Wow.
But
It definitely
Are they all still
Let's talk about it.
Okay.
I
Welfare check
definitely
after
didn't
8.
become an instant mom.
Oh, way to ruin the clickbait. But while Lauren was doing that, Clint, you were doing something very different at your house, weren't you? In preparation for Saturday, which we should tell you all about. Saturday's going to be a ripping morning. If you are single, we have discovered dog parks potentially are the new dating app.
That's right. It's the nicest way to meet people, I think. I'm not single, but I go to the dog park and I meet single men all the time who are there with their dogs. And you just chat and all of a sudden you're like, I've been talking to this guy for 15 minutes. This is easier than being in a bar screaming at each other and feeling the pressure of like eyes on you.
Pep last night went to Citizens Park for a little trot in
Great dog
Richmond.
park.
Yep.
He went straight up to let's say an
Schnoodle?
elderly lady.
Oh.
Yep.
And started sniffing around that region. The
anus?
The pockets?
No, the other bits.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I was like, what are you doing? I'm so sorry. She had treats, didn't she?
Yeah, in her pockets.
Now, see, if that happened in the clubs,
was like licking her
pocket.
Yeah, if that happened in the clubs, you'd be kicked out straight away.
I know.
In the dog park.
Well, he's a beagle. He's a beagle.
Socially acceptable.
Yeah, follows his nose, the
you
old
keep him
beagle.
away from me.
The other thing I tried doing last night, Jay set me a challenge. He said, Clint, can you get Pep to bark on cue? I said,
what's your relationship like? Are you a strict owner?
I'm
You are
strict when I need to be.
Right, gotcha.
He doesn't sit on the couch because it's white.
Smart.
Also, to
because
be
we
fair,
don't let our dogs sit on the couch, but recently I have been, and all of a sudden I'm like,
also to be fair,
my dog's been let on the couch.
your dog chewed your couch, so he may not sit on it, but he did rip it apart.
Anyway, so you set me this challenge. You threw down the gauntlet, and this is how it all panned out.
Okay, Pep, the pressure's on. I told everyone on radio that you'd bark on cue, okay? Here we go. Hey, Pep, who's there? Who is it? Who's there? Come on, who's there? Who is it? Who is it? Who is it?
Hey! Was that thudding his little tail wagging because he knew there was something exciting happening?
Hey, Pep, spoke on the radio about you.
Come on.
What I love
could
is
hear
when
his little tail wagging.
when your voice changes to dog speak. Like,
Who is it?
Who's there? Who's there? Who's there? Come on,
Come on,
Peppi, who's there? Who's there?
Yeah, if at my house I go, hello, like there's someone at the front door, the dogs are like, run to the front door.
Really?
Hello? Yeah.
Because some people can say, talk, and they go, ruff, ruff, ruff.
13 24 10 if you can make your dog talk.
Talk on cue.
It's a skill.
No, I can't. Well, I guess they don't speak English, so you could teach them any word. I could go, they don't know that hello, that word means something. It's more like the inflection.
Growing up, we had a poodle and a dude.
Was that good that I just said they don't speak English in case anyone was wondering?
Yeah.
They also don't speak any other language.
Yeah. You learn something new every day.
There
on this
you
show.
go.
I wonder what they hear.
They hear it, but they don't. I mean, I guess they do speak English because they know. And my dog
They
knows
do speak
walk.
English.
Do
you know what?
They do speak. They can speak
hear
any
English.
language. They can hear any language.
Are you hearing the conversation you two are having right now?
Yeah.
Well,
We're
no.
going to start talking in dog in a minute.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Oh, look at the phones.
Oh,
All
my
these
God.
people that can make their dogs talk on cue.
No.
Can you make your dog talk on Q13 2410? I want to hear from you.
Also, if you're single and you've got a dog, please
Yeah.
come to our doggy dating event Saturday morning at Faulkner Park.
Yeah.
It's going to be so much fun. 10 a.m. We'll be near the corner of Toorak Road and St Kilda Road in that kind of part of the park there. Come on down. Bring your dog. It is a great way to meet people.
Hey, Lauren, who's there? Who's there?
Oh, who's there?
Who's there?
Who's at the door?
Hello?
Who's on the phone? Well,
Hello?
There's plenty of people calling on the phones right now.
Hey, you can start your fur baby's journey on the right paw with Pet Barn's Puppy and Kitten Club, petbarn.com.au. They're going to be down there that morning. We're going to be giving away a year free pet insurance as well, a year's free pet insurance, and there'll be a prize for best dressed. However, if the dog and the owner are
Here we
wearing the
go.
same thing.
Oh, okay. Someone's called.
Pressure's
Hello.
on.
Hello, is that
Hello.
Mara? Who's
Hello,
there?
Mara.
Who's there? Who's there?
Hello?
Mara's a good girl.
Mara, good morning. Hello.
Hi, how you going?
We're good.
Oh, we're good. We thought you were going to talk back in dog to us.
She is. She's speaking in English.
Oh, okay. So I've got my dog here.
Yep.
Her name is Lucy. And she normally does bark.
Bark on cue. Okay, let's.
Oh, she's sniffing the phone.
Okay.
Lucy, come here. Come here.
It's going well.
Look. Ready? Sorry, guys.
Fail.
We did really want Coldplay tickets for my daughter.
Oh, you pretended your dog. Have you even got a
No,
dog,
no,
or have
no,
you
no,
got your daughter there pretending to
Yeah, there's a
sniff the
2-year-old
phone?
right now going.
See, Pep's just so
Nice try.
so smart.
Nice try.
Pep
So
is
smart.
so smart.
Well, that's
like
why they
his-
use him at the
like his
airport.
daddy. Do you make him call you his daddy? I'm your daddy.
You know we're still on right now, don't
Yeah.
you? The Premier, Jacinta Allen, is on the way, stuck in a bit of traffic in the CBD. We should cross to her for a traffic report
She
update.
should do something about the traffic system then.
She really
So
should.
she doesn't get caught up in it.
Like, get herself a siren. So Jacinta Allen, the Premier, on the air with us in the next 15. But in the meantime, let's try and offload $5,000 this morning.
Let's do it. Let's go to Gian in West Footscray. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, guys.
Hello, Gian.
Gian, what do you do with yourself?
I'm a pre-medical student.
Oh, great.
Question.
Yep.
I was talking to a paramedic mate of mine the other day, and they were saying they don't do, when you're doing CPR these days, you don't do the mouth-to-mouth part.
No.
You just do
You've
the
got a pump-
compressions.
there's a pump, isn't there?
No, so I'm actually a first aid trainer as well.
Oh, right.
And the advice now is not to do mouth to mouth
Yeah.
because you can actually get diseases. But
Yeah.
CPR is much better.
Right.
To get their heart moving
Stand
and their blood
alive.
pumping.
Stand alive.
Pump, 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 pump. Did you
What
know
are
that?
you doing?
That's
That's the CPR song.
Yeah.
Yep.
Staying alive.
What?
Staying
So
alive.
you don't do anything?
Pump, 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 pump.
That's the rhythm you've
Yeah.
got.
Oh, and then you wait for stay. You sing
You give it a go. Give it a go.
Imagine me
Give
in
it
a
a go.
crisis
Here we
going,
go.
what Bee Gees
I need-
song was it? Oh, God.
Lauren.
What Bee Gees song?
Any song that's 100 to 120 beats per minute.
Oh, so I could do Whitney. How will I know
Go.
if he really loves me?
That's a bit. That's a little bit
Bit hard?
firm. A little
Okay.
bit firm. Just
All
just
right.
ease
Don't
up-
do a
ease up
breakup
bit.
song.
Don't do
Also,
Adele.
the
Adele.
poor
You're not
person-
reviving that.
The poor person comes back to life and you're still pumping
I
because
don't
you're into
think he
the song.
loves you, love. I don't think he loves you. Let it
All right.
go.
Gian, do you want to go an easy question for $50, medium for 500, or roll the dice and go for 5K? What are we feeling?
I'm going to go for 5K.
That's the
All
attitude.
$5,000.
All right. We got a question lined up here for you, Gian. You're going to hear the question. You're going to hear a 3, 2, 1 countdown. You have to answer within that time. If you are correct, $5,000 coming your way. If you don't know, my tip would be have a guess.
Are you ready?
Got it.
Lauren knew this straight away.
I did.
It's a huge movie.
I'll just play the question.
For $5,000.
What is the name of Barbie's little sister?
3, 2, 1.
Barbie Jr.
Barbie Jr. Not a bad guess. It's Skipper. Skipper had the purple streak in her hair. Skipper. I think she got.
I never would have guessed that.
Oh, Gianna,
Barbie
I'm sorry, but you know what? We are
Junior.
going to give you a general admission double pass to the Melbourne Cup Carnival plus $100 food and beverage voucher so you can get on out to Flemington over the Melbourne Cup Carnival thanks to the Victorian Racing Club.
That's right. A world of excitement awaits the Melbourne Cup Carnival, 2nd to the 9th of November. Hit up vrc.com.au for tickets. Coming up next, Lozzie.
I was in charge of my niece last night. I got the call up.
Can we get a welfare check on the niece, please? Mama Lauren, next.
Last night, my brother called and said,
How is Bowen?
he's really good. He and my sister-in-law, Steph, they're busy.
New parents.
New parents. She's not nearly one. I don't know how to do she's 38,000 weeks.
You need one of those signs that they...
the photo.
Yeah, they don't do the...
10 months.
Yeah.
I'm 9 months.
So she was born in December.
I did mine the other day.
Did you?
Yeah,
You laid next to it?
42 years.
7,652
What's that in
weeks.
months? A lot.
She was born in December, so she's like, 10 months? 10 months.
Don't do it with a surprise in your voice. You go, 10
Well,
months?
I just keep saying she's one, right?
Yeah,
After 6
round
months,
it
she's
up.
one to me.
Yeah, it's like fuel.
And Bo said, could you come in and help babysit Sienna for a couple of hours? I was like, yeah, of course, no problem. What time? And he goes, about 6:30. And I was like,
That's Black Hawk Down
Jeez,
hour.
that's busy time.
That's Black Hawk
dinner.
Down
That's
hour.
like everything.
dinner, bath, and bed.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, sure, no problem.
No, it's a problem.
How hard could it be?
What could possibly go wrong?
A lot.
I don't even know, like, outside of those Crusket things that dissolve in their mouths, what nearly 1-year-olds eat. for
Should be
dinner.
on solids.
I guess so.
Well,
I
no,
only
you
have
fed her
for the
last night.
fun.
You fed her last night.
Well, no, I think they're like succotash that dissolve in
really-
your mouth,
yeah,
but
yeah.
somehow on the
Very
packet
buttery.
it says they're banana flavour or something. I'm like,
No,
what?
they're buttery. They're lovely.
They're
I
like-
love them.
Do you eat them?
Oh, yeah, I do.
I feel like it's eating dog food, like only for dogs. Baby food, only for babies.
You tried the ones where it's like a round little rice cake and it's got like a little strawberry topping on top, like a yogurt topping.
Oh,
No. Do nearly 1-year-olds have those?
Soon,
Because I'll buy
soon,
some
not
for the
yet.
pantry.
They're pretty good.
So I think he heard the hesitation in my voice because when I got there, he was like, she's been fed, she's been bathed, I put her to bed.
Oh.
And I was like, And he goes, but she doesn't normally go to bed this early. So there's a fair chance she's not going to sleep or she's going to wake up. And I was like, okay, that's cool. I can handle that. I just have to hold her. And he's like, no, just like if she cries, just like let her go for a minute and then assess if you need to pick her up or if she's just grizzling.
Yeah, don't run in straight
So
away.
I'm like, what? There's different levels of crying.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there on the couch on my computer and I've got the thing that makes the noise when they make the noise.
The monitor.
I couldn't see her. I could only hear her.
Yeah, it's about right. If they're
So
sort
I
of
hear-
in a corner.
Yeah, it's fine.
Well, she was in her bed in her room and I hear the crying and I was like, okay.
Here we go.
Is this an okay grizzle? Is this a hysterical grizzle? Is this
Can
I
you give
need-
me an example of the cry?
Well, no, because there's some sort of machine that sounds like the radio is on the wrong station in the background. So all I hear is this.
Oh, white noise.
Oh, it's a white noise
And,
machine.
and then occasionally I hear this.
Yeah, it's a white
And I
noise.
was like, oh, I think that's an okay cry.
Mm.
And then I went.
One of them was a that's the international cry for help.
No, is it?
I don't know. But I ran in because I was like, well.
Oh, no, don't go in just for that.
Yeah, that's
it's
a bit
still
premature.
daylight outside, mind you.
No.
Well, how do you know?
No.
Now you've woken it.
It. So there's 80,000 dummies in her cot because apparently she just grabs them and
Yeah,
shoves
yeah.
them in herself. But when I went in, she was like on her tummy.
Yep.
I didn't know babies rolled over.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell are you doing sleeping like that? So I got her up. Anyway, I've got her back down.
She in that little straight jacket suit?
No, her arms are just floating around willy-nilly.
Freestyling.
Yeah, well, yeah.
When did they start rolling around?
Like before they're one.
About now.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was fun because when Bo came home, I was like, we had a huge problem. She'd rolled over, and he's like, yeah, Lauren, she nearly walks.
Yeah.
She rolls over. Who teaches you that stuff?
They watch you roll over on the couch and then she takes it on board.
Anyway, I found it all very intimidating. She was fine. I put her dummy in. She went back to sleep.
Do they have, we had friends of ours lend us the Snoo.
She had a
Is
snoo
that the
and that.
automatic?
It's an automatic cot that came out. The thing is worth thousands. It's a fortune. There was no way in hell we were buying one. We borrowed one from a friend. But the more the baby cries, the more the automatic cot
Rocks
starts
them back
rocking.
to sleep.
And Archie used to cry so much at the start because, it started rocking, so he would cry more. I thought at one point this thing was going to launch him across the room.
It's like being on the Gravitron.
It's exactly like the
But
Gravitron.
then getting them out of it is hard, right?
Oh, yeah.
Have you had your nephews
You've-
unsupervised
there's
at
one.
night time?
Try two boys.
But have you had them at the
Yes.
bed bath? Because I won't.
Yes,
I'm not going
had to do it all. One in the shower.
How'd you go?
One finishing dinner. One, there's not three, but one was doubling up by, he revealed to me that he'd pooed himself.
Yeah.
So I had to, before putting him in the shower, I had to do the nappy business.
Yeah.
Yeah, the nappy
while
business
also
is a lot.
still feeding. Oh, I lost track. It was just, there's a lot to do.
I've got
I couldn't
three.
even do one with
I
the dog
know.
being
I've
there.
got three and I do it every night.
Yeah, but they're yours. You chose that life.
I did not choose
you
that
chose
life.
that chapter.
I never chose it.
Yes, you did.
I
And
just
may
wanted
you suffer forever.
I wanted 30 seconds of fun. I didn't know this was the result. Let's say hello to our next guest.
Our next guest is the longest serving female minister in Victorian state history.
It's not lost on me that I am only the second woman to lead this state, and that is also comes with some emotion.
Please welcome to the show the Premier of Victoria, Jacinta Allen.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. Great
Welcome
to see
back
you.
to the show.
You've rolled in a red suit looking like the Nova mascot this morning. You look gorgeous.
I didn't realise I'd coordinated my wardrobe
Ah.
with Nova branding. I'm delighted to.
You have.
though.
I hope that means you're not going to any other radio stations after this.
No,
because you
I
dressed
wouldn't.
for us.
I would not.
If
And you brought us
I'll-
treats.
I'll give you the Nova Boy head to wear. So, look, last time you were in, I made this comment. I was devastated when we found out you were coming from Bendigo this morning that we didn't give you the heads up to swing past the bakery and bring in a couple of snot blocks. They know how to do it out
Country
there.
bakeries
is
They
so much
really
better.
do.
Snot blocks and pies.
Yeah. Can't help but notice you've walked in with a little bag.
Little bit of morning tea on the table.
What do we got?
Some of Bendigo's finest.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh my
are we allowed to
gosh.
give a plug? Flora Hill
Absolutely.
Bakery,
Please.
Flora Hill Bakehouse. Best vanilla slices in Bendigo. It is my local and my fave bakery.
And they're
Oh
fresh
my.
today.
They're fresh. Fresh.
Oh my god.
See, if Dan
delicious.
Andrews rolled in with a couple of snot blocks back in the day,
Nah.
I was about to say he would have got my vote. That's a
No.
lie.
Hey, you've got a bit going on.
We do.
Now, talk to us about this housing thing. Some people love it, some people hate it. You're suggesting that we build more apartment buildings close to train stations so people can be near their families and get to work. Is that right?
That's pretty much it, Lauren. That's pretty much it. Because, well, firstly, we've got to build more homes. Just full stop.
People
We've got to
can't
build
afford
more
houses.
homes.
I know people my age are trying to buy their first homes and they just, not even just my age, but they just can't afford it.
No, and that's what I hear time and time again, that younger Victorians, let's call it anyone under the age of 40,
Yep.
is finding it really hard. Like my generation, because I'm a little bit older than 40,
Yep.
anyone my generation.
Jace's generation.
I was about to say, can we
No, I
say
think that's
under,
a bit unfair.
under 42s are the young generation?
All right, I'm going to go the next
Yeah.
decade. But anyway, I had the opportunity to buy a home, buy my first home, start a family, and it's also about building your long-term wealth. It's tough. It's really tough.
And people are mad about it.
Yeah.
People are over it.
Yep. And they want something done about it too, because for how we got here is by nothing being done about it, by accepting the status quo, just saying, oh, well, do your best. Well, that's not acceptable to me, which is why we've been announcing building more homes. And yes, part of that around train stations, building a bit more height, apartments.
How high are we talking? Because there's people protesting in the streets about not wanting these apartment buildings to go
Mate,
up.
I was down at Brighton on the weekend. I took the kids out for frozen yogurt, and I came out and the angry rich old people that were protesting outside Half Moon Hotel in Church Street. And I'm like, what are they whinging about now? They don't want it in the Bayside area.
Well, that appeared to be their argument. But if you start saying, don't have it here, don't have it here, don't have it here. You don't have it anywhere. And that's how we got to this point.
So,
and so that's why a bit of height around train stations. You know,
and this is
something
in like closer to the city or out in the outer suburbs?
This is across the suburbs,
Okay.
but identifying train station locations
Yeah.
because we've been busy removing level crossings, upgrading the
Yeah.
train line. That's exactly where you want to have people to live. You can
Yeah.
jump on the train to get to school,
Now,
use your
question.
services. Yeah.
You're talking building more apartments near train stations. Now, getting rid of like stamp duty costs and stuff like that for people to be able to buy into it cheaper. Are we talking public housing as well?
This is, the government will continue to build public social
Yep.
affordable housing. We're doing that already. What this is about how do we build more homes in the private market.
Will they be
Private
half
homes.
private, half public? Because
it'll be a mix, right?
It is
It'll
a
be
mix because there's a
It'll be
big thing in the
mix.
States at the moment. I was talking to a friend of ours over there, and what they're doing over there is to get down taxes and stuff like that. The government is saying, hey, if you include maybe levels 1 to 3 are public housing and 3 to 9 are private housing, then people that buy into that unit block are getting, less taxes or less fees and stamp duty. and
So
stuff.
let me tell what we're doing.
And sorry, I was just going to say,
yeah.
and sometimes they have separate entrances, which I couldn't believe. I could not believe.
appalling.
Yeah, that's not definitely not what we're doing here.
Yeah.
What we're doing is for these sorts of developments, there's a streamlined planning process,
Yep.
and we're saying you've got to have at least 10% social affordable housing as part of your development.
Right.
Because
Right,
we've got
not
to
in the
build-
same developments, though.
No, in
but-
the same developments. In the
Oh,
same developments.
okay.
So if you're building, say, a 10-story
Yeah.
apartment building and you want to go through our faster planning processes because you get it built more quickly, you've got to have at least 10% social affordable housing.
Right.
All right. Well,
And
let's cut through it then.
yeah.
Do you think that's the issue that some people have? They're like, oh, well, you know what?
would
I
hope
don't
not.
want a building with 10% public housing in
would
my
hope
area
not.
because that's what I reckon
I
is
hope not, because
cracking it in the
everyone,
Bayside area.
everyone deserves the dignity of a roof over
100%.
their head.
But I just wonder if
and-
cutting through all the crap, is that what the issue
Gee,
is?
I'd really hope not, because it doesn't matter whether you need a house that the government builds
Yep.
or a house that the private industry builds, who they do build the majority of homes in this state.
Yeah.
We need more of them.
Yeah.
And that's why we announced we're releasing more land in the
Yep.
outer suburbs. So if you want a house on a bigger block, there's land supply and a pipeline
just-
through.
I
Because
hate
but
people that-
some of the housing in the public housing needs a really good cleanup. I saw an investigation into it the other day, and there's families living in these environments that are so unsafe and
Yep.
so dangerous for these families and their kids, and they don't want to. Like, some people would rather be in a shelter than be in these places.
And you know what I don't like? People that look down, like we used to live on just off Bluff Road in Hampton East there, and there was a huge government housing area. And
Yeah.
people used to look down upon it, and he used to give me the shits because I'd sit there and go, in a second, you could end up needing that
Totally.
accommodation.
And more people are finding themselves vulnerable around
Yeah.
their
Totally.
housing because we're not building enough. And that's why, again, we've got to get a mix. Apartments, townhouses are a
absolutely.
great way to go as well.
Yep.
How do you make it easier for more townhouses to be built? Again, around transports, train station locations. That's what we're focused on. And look, yes, there will be some people who will have a different view and won't like what you're doing.
Yeah.
But listening to the voices who only say no got us to this point. I want to listen to the people who want us to say yes
All
to
right.
building more homes.
Okay. Bigger issue. Any chance you can have a chat with our local council? I need my bins collected more than fortnightly.
That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Do you want to call them out? Are
Like-
you no?
I'm in the
I don't
Bentley.
collect
I'm in the
bins.
Bentley area.
Can you make the
Fortnightly
rules?
is killing me, Jacinta.
Yeah, well,
I'm going around to shopping centres looking for wheelie bins.
You've missed
and-
your chance. Local government elections are on now. You could have.
I know. How's your enrollment going in the local
Anyway,
government? Did you check that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you found it since you moved?
Moving on, Lauren. 13 24 10. If you have a question for the Premier. Hey, I couldn't help but notice you snobbed the Royals.
No, well, no. I mean, I think it's great that the King has come to visit Australia, and we would have loved to have him here.
Did
in
you get
Melbourne.
Why
invited?
didn't he come to Melbourne?
Well, I think there's a bit being said about it. His trip was focused around Sydney and Canberra before
Boring.
he's had to head off into the Pacific. Couldn't possibly agree.
Yep.
Before he had to head off to the to chair the Commonwealth Heads
Surely
of Government meeting. Well, we would have
he
loved to
could
have
have
been- we
stayed
went
in
to school
Sydney
here.
because he's tired, right? He's tired. He could have sent Camilla down for a bit of a
We'd have loved to have seen Camilla.
night out at Bar Bambi or something.
Oh, we would have
Camilla
taken-
would have loved Denise up in Melbourne, don't you think?
I
couldn't-
think she would have.
couldn't
We
imagine
could
her
have
going.
shown her.
So did you choose not to be a part
there
of
was
that?
there was a reception event that had a significant number of people at Parliament House in
Oh, they're a
Canberra.
snooze fest, aren't
and
they?
again, the government, the Victorian community was really well represented by our governor, who is indeed the King's representative
Who's
in our
that?
state, Margaret Gardner.
Oh,
is
God.
our governor.
God, you palmed the bad job off to Margaret there, didn't you?
And that is an important part of her role. And the government was represented by my parliamentary
that would have been
secretary.
her Christmas Day, having the King and Queen here.
Yes. And I've been very busy this week focusing on how we can build more homes.
Which is not guaranteed.
You didn't want to go to Canberra.
Yeah, you didn't want to go.
No, Canberra's a great place, but my focus has very much been on building more homes here in Melbourne.
You're in Bendigo buying me snot blocks.
Okay, no, in all seriousness.
Has to get the kids from school one
Good
day
call,
this
good
week.
call, good
Our
call.
phones have lit up because, I mean, as the Premier of this state, there's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of things people want to talk to you about. We're going to take your calls next.
Yep.
13 24 10 if you do want to chat to us and the Premier of Victoria, Jacinta Allen. Do you get nervous when this stuff happens and the public get a chance to actually ask you questions?
Well, it's a great part of the job. I say that genuinely, whether it's taking calls or
speaking to people in public.
That's what we should be doing.
All right.
Great.
should be
Nothing's off limits. Done.
Let's do
Jacinta
it.
Allen takes your calls next.
polite.
Well, good morning, Melbourne. It is just gone 16 to 9. You're on the air with Jase and Lauren. Jacinta Allen, the Premier, is here. And the song you are listening out for this morning. Not yet. Not yet. But when you hear Coldplay Paradise, give us a ring and you will win tickets to the gig. Are you going to Coldplay, Jacinta?
No, I'm not.
Well, you're going to have to call us if you want to
I
win.
might
Yeah.
have to.
Now, we've
It
just...
might not go down well with the voters if we're like, okay, Jacinta Allen's on the line. You've got tickets.
Ticket. Thank you, guys.
Politicians can't do anything, can they? Even Elbo's in trouble for buying a house, which seems ridiculous to me. But anyway.
What'd you think of that? Bad timing?
Oh, look.
Man's got to
it's the
live.
point. You got to leave. You've got to buy a house. I think I'm more focused on, frankly, are we going to get support from our federal government here in Victoria for what we want to do?
Yeah.
That's what I'm more
He is the Prime Minister, though. He should be allowed to buy a house. The bloke's worked very hard his whole life.
Yeah, I think it's more
Don't
of a
get me started
timing
on-
issue. Anyway, all right.
Anyway, we've asked Melbourne to give us a ring to ask Premier Jacinta Allen some questions. Are you ready for this? Does
Ready.
this stuff freak you out when this could be anything from
It
anyone?
could be anything, but it's great.
All right.
All right, good luck.
Let's go to Hillside. Thomas, you're on the line with the Premier. What's your question?
Hi, Jacinta. Hi, Jason Lauren.
Hello.
Morning.
Morning. I just want to know, with all the rising youth crime going on at the moment, what your thoughts are on that, and also how they're getting bail so quick.
Yeah, that seems to be the big concern of
topic.
everyone.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
I think
it's-
everyone is sick and tired, and agree with me or disagree here, Thomas, but I think everyone's sick and tired of seeing offenders get caught doing something harsh
Yeah.
and finding out that they're actually already out on parole.
Yeah, no, look, it is, and that's why a couple of months ago we announced that we're strengthening the bail changes, particularly for youth offenders here in Victoria. And the legislation's already gone through the
Yep.
Parliament, because we do recognise that we have a particular issue. We do have too many younger people. It's a smaller number, but it's the repeat offences.
That's- yeah, which
the
is
thing.
what
Out
the
of
frustration
control.
is as well.
And you hear
And-
these repeat offenders do one too many, and bang, they've killed someone innocently riding their bike to work.
And that's horrific for the family and loved ones of that person. And that is why we've done there's a bunch of things around this, but particularly with a focus on strengthening that bail. So
So that's been approved. That's gone
been
through?
through the Parliament.
And are you
Okay.
confident that will make a difference?
Well,
because
it's-
it feels like this problem is out of control in Melbourne.
There's a number of things you've got to do. It's a smaller number of young people, and in terms of the work that VicPol do, they have every night, overnight, from dusk till dawn, they have dedicated police out on the streets working with these young
there's
kids.
no doubt the police are doing their bit. That's the issue, I think. Everyone knows the police are doing their bit, and then these kids are getting out again.
Yeah, and so we're dealing with the court issue in terms of strengthening the bail, but we've also got to go back and stop it before we get to this point, which is why there's a huge amount of work going on with police as well. And how do we get these young kids when they've done something more lower end and get them away from that life
Well,
of
look,
crime?
sticking with cops, I just want to go to Lilydale now. We've got Mark on the line who's a police officer, and I think we have all seen the cop cars, the ambulances driving around
Now the
Melbourne,
fire brigade.
covered in texter of the cops saying, we need more money, we need more hours.
More
Mark,
support.
morning, mate. You're on the line with Jacinta.
G'day, how are you?
Hi, Mark.
Yes, first of all, I'd just like to thank the opportunity anyway to talk in regards to this issue itself. But the question I really want to pose anyway is whether or not the Premier is willing to step up and intercede in this discussion of the ongoing EBA pay dispute between the police force and just correct the situation that's unfolded where we've had to go into stage 2 industrial action in regards to an ongoing discussion of where our pay's at. It's something that is quite demoralising as a police officer to have our livelihood, I suppose, just back and forth between government and our senior management in regards to it, and whether or not there can be some sort of an arrangement, step in and sort it out.
You can hear the emotion in your voice, Mark.
Yeah.
That's not easy to talk about, mate, and rightfully so. Is that something you can sort
thanks. Well, look, thank you. Firstly, thanks, Mark. And I was having the same thought, Jase, that you can hear Mark's obviously a really committed police officer. So I want to thank Mark for the work he does. Look, this has been going on for a little while. I acknowledge that, and we do want to see it resolved. There was an offer that was negotiated. It was agreed between the parties, but it didn't get through the final bit of the process with the police membership, and that's okay. That's part of the process. So we are back at what they call the negotiating table. We're working through the process, and my takeout from Mark, and this is certainly something I would agree with. We've got to get on and get it resolved, because I can hear from Mark. He wants to go back to being a cop-up.
Can you help with that in the position you're in?
We can help. There is a framework around how industrial relations are negotiated, but it is certainly that is a priority that we want to get resolved. We've done it with the AMBOs, we've done it with the nurses. We know we need to do it with the police.
Is there a timeline on that? Because these guys are working their guts out overnight. They're exhausted as it is.
And I can tell you now, I would not want that job. And as a taxpayer,
job.
I'd rather my money going towards these guys out there protecting us than building a park and a statue.
Yep. Well, look, it is.
Yeah, we can lay off the statues, surely.
Yeah, I agree.
I'll take that as read. No, look, I agree. And I'll go back and check. I know there is a huge amount of work going on because we've got to get this resolved. We want to get it.
It's a priority, though.
Yeah.
It's absolutely a priority
Just
for the
on that,
government.
we were talking about this on the show the other day. I was at the Boundary Hotel the other week, and there was this lady. I had 1 hour of freedom, and I was like, okay, I'm going 1 hour of freedom. And I got there, and this poor lady had fallen over, and she was in the car park.
Yeah.
And there was one of the bartenders there, and I stayed with them, and it was like late in the day. It was getting cold. Thank God I had all the kids' jumpers in the boot. So we covered the lady. We waited an hour and 25 minutes for an ambulance. We had to ring 000 4 times. Yeah. It was honestly like ringing 13 cabs. They were just like, hey, we'll get one there when we can. And then when an ambulance arrived, this is the part that I found the most frightening. It was one ambo. He was on his own. So the only way they got her, if we weren't there, he wouldn't have been able to get her on a stretcher, get her into the ambulance and give her pain relief.
Yeah. What's going on?
In the country's biggest city, how can we have that? I'll be honest, I was so frustrated.
Yeah, look, and again, our AMBOs also do a great job.
Yeah.
And we've got more of them on the road, in fact, than in terms of head of population than any other state. But that doesn't mean, we've got to stop there. There is a lot of work that's also going on in how those calls that are made, how they're triaged through the process, because we know.
But then I've got a mate who's an AMBO officer, and he will spend, this is no joke, he'll spend half his shift sitting there playing Wordle, parked at a hospital waiting for his patient to be seen.
That's one of the things we've
got to fix that.
Yeah, and that's one of the things between ambulance Vic and hospitals. We've got them doing some work on exactly that, because we are seeing that transfer of patient between AMBO and the hospital front door. That's not going quick enough.
It's so frustrating for them as well, because that's not what they're trained up to do. They don't want to be sitting there making small talk with someone. And we've had people calling through as well right now who are asking how we're supporting these essential service workers, because we're seeing our AMBOs are burnt out. We're seeing our front, all of them, police, fire, they're all burning out.
Can I push you on it? And I get you have to give me the answer going, we're working on that, we're having those discussions. I don't know how it works, admittingly, but do you just get them in a room and go, we're not leaving until we sort it out?
And that's what needs to be done, particularly on that issue of,
Can
as
you
I
make
said,
that happen?
The ambulance back door and the hospital front door. We've got to do that better. And there is.
But is that your role?
Is that
Can you make that happen?
That is the government. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely, it's the government, and there's work going on right now on how that needs to be improved, because it's not, as you said, it's not an AMBO's passion to go and sit.
No, not at all.
It's actually
and that lady,
it's a disgrace.
I said
It's
to Lauren that
disgraceful.
day, if that was my mum laying in that car park for an hour and a half, and it turned out she'd broke her hip, the poor bugger,
dear. She
and
okay?
I was furious. I was like
you're
as a
right,
taxpayer, where's the help when you call?
And I do just want to say it is there in terms of for the really serious case. I'm not saying this lady's case wasn't serious, but we do have a great system.
An hour 20, Jacinta.
It can be better.
She was in
It can
pain,
be better.
laying on the ground.
Yeah.
It was as serious as I've seen.
Yep.
I'm going to hold you to that
Yep.
meeting. I'll put me in the room. I'll get him bloody sorted out. All right. Shall we go to Hillside? All right. Thomas. Morning.
Oh, we spoke
Oh,
to
no,
Thomas.
sorry, we spoke
He's
to
got
you.
youth crime. Emily was asking about the essential service workers and how we're helping them with burnout and fatigue because it feels like all of our frontline workers are on the brink of, like, people don't want to work in.
Emily, what industry are you in?
I'm actually an accountant.
Which
Sorry.
family she's worried about.
But you've got police officers in your family.
Yeah, my family's predominantly police officers and, like, obviously essential service workers.
Yep.
And so it's actually quite concerning to see the hours that they work, and then the next day they have to get up, be mum, be dad, and then go back to work and work those extensive hours again, and what they see on those shifts and what they deal with. To see it affect their mental health sometimes, like, you know, when they've done back-to-back shifts and they've been pretty bad shifts, they're burnt out, they're exhausted, they're fatigued, they're stressed because they're like, oh, I still got to do the paperwork or the reports, or and the mental toll on them, like they're just so burnt out. Their mental health takes a bit of a toll. So my real question is, like, what are you doing to support these workers, because they are understaffed, they're taking on the extra load, and
they're
personally,
working
as
their
an
butts
accountant,
off.
when my team is short staffed, it's stressful. And mate, I only do numbers in a calculator.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Emily. Look, there is alongside the discussion we've had so far about the pay and the enterprise bargaining process, there's been some targeted programs that have been developed with the Police Association, Victoria Police, for police mental health, because it is recognising that it is a job like no other. You do see some pretty horrific, tough stuff. And it is also a job that's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So you're out at different times of the day when the rest of us don't have to be out and about. So there is some really targeted support for that is run through VicPol for Victoria Police. And this is a program we supported following advice from the Police Association saying, hey, we need to do more to support police mental health.
Right.
And that's happening?
Yes.
It is happening.
Yeah.
Hey, just quickly on that, the other concern I had was Shane Patton, the our police chief, Wiggum, the head honcho of the Vic
I
Police.
love him.
We love him. However, he didn't know that the cops were referred to as the Popo.
Right.
Is that a question for the Premier?
No, just I think in your next briefing you should
Okay,
let them know the slang terms used.
I'll pass it on.
Hey, look, we can't get to all the calls. The phones have. I mean, this has gone as nuts as when we say we've got Coldplay tickets through now. There's a lot of people that want to talk to you. Victoria is a great state. We've got some serious issues. Thanks for answering those questions, though. We appreciate it.
And thanks to your callers. Like, there are some challenges, but it is a great place, and we've got to work at how do we work through those challenges and continue to support the things we love about Melbourne.
Yeah, we you're right. We love this state. I'm sorry to get heated, but and by all means, we wouldn't want your job.
Oh God, no.
No, we barely do this one. But yeah, there are a lot of frustrations, and we just
And we've got to hear them.
Yeah,
Got to hear them, and
and
got
I
to
know you
respond.
want them fixed just as much as
Yep.
us. All right, Jacinta Allen joining us on the air, the Premier. This is Coldplay. You want to win your way there? 132410 is our number. We got tickets next on Nova. Man, have we got some tickets?
Okay, let's go.
We got tickets all this
sure
week.
do.
In fact, I'm not allowed to say, am
What? Oh no, we've got a big surprise coming next week.
I got.
When I say a big surprise, I mean a big surprise.
We got a surprise for you.
Next week.
Coldplay fans, you're going to want to be listening Monday. That's all I can say.
I agree.
Diana in
Tell your
Fitzroy,
mates.
she won't have to worry about it though. Di,
Oh my God!
you're going to Coldplay.
Yes!
Oh, is this your favourite
So
song?
good.
Yellow?
Yes. Mum and I used to dance to it whenever we would hit the bars.
Oh, how good.
Mind you, very limited amount of times we've done that. But
Are you
always a
taking
song.
Mum to the concert?
Definitely.
Oh my
Love
gosh, have
it.
the best time. A mother-daughter date at Coldplay. I don't know if it gets any better than that. Have the best time, Diana.
Thank you so much.
I want to see a video of Mum crowd surfing.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. All right. Coldplay tickets. We got more to go tomorrow. And remember, as we said, big surprise.
Next week.
Yeah, it's coming up Monday. Hey, Lauren mentioned it before, but thank you so much for everyone that called through trying to talk to the Premier.
I know. If we could have put everyone through, we would have, but we just didn't have time, unfortunately.
I was just saying to you then during the ad break, and I don't want to get into it too much, but I actually quite like Jacinta Allen as a person.
She's great.
But I found it frustrating this morning that I just couldn't get. And it's a politics thing, and it's a politician thing.
Well,
but you know what? Don't.
I get things can't just move. Like, she can't just click her fingers and go, right, I'm changing that tomorrow. There are so many processes and policies
But you know what?
that
Admit
have
that.
to take time.
Admit that. I don't have the power to change it right now. And if you do have the power, then change it. Fix this problem. I'm sick of driving around Melbourne and seeing emergency cars covered in handwriting from police saying we're working overtime. Ambo saying we can't get out to help people.
We've got youth crime going on. We've got this issue with our emergency services.
Oh, I'm actually quite frustrated after that chat. I really, she's lovely. Don't get me wrong. Beautiful person. But I just, I want all our politicians just to be a bit more real. Say if, you've shat the bed on something. Say it's not good enough.
I think she's also inherited some major issues.
I know, but say that.
Yeah.
Be real. You know what I mean?
frustrating.
I don't expect you to be bloody Superwoman. Just be real. Anyway, I just want to say thanks to everyone that called through because phone lines really did light up. And unfortunately, we didn't get to a lot of them. But yeah, no doubt we will give you another chance to do that. It is just gone 9:02. On a more positive note, though, like we said, Coldplay tickets, win them tomorrow, and
Do not miss our shows next week, is all I will
Stop.
say. We're going to get in big trouble if we say anything else.
yeah. There's a lot of tickets. Hey, that is it. We are getting out of here.
Thank you for being a friend.
Have a great day, everyone.
It looks lovely out there today, Melbourne.
Don't jump the gun. Showers going to roll in as the day goes on.
Well, it's nice this morning
That's
where
what
we
they're
are.
saying. And then it's going to come good for doggy dating on Saturday.
That's right. It is going to be a beautiful morning at Faulkner Park here in Melbourne. If you are single and you have a dog and you are looking to find love, the dogs are just the icebreakers. The dogs don't have to like each other, but it's a great conversation starter. Come on down, Singles in Melbourne. We'd love to meet you and we'd love to help you
We have
find the
done.
love of your life.
That's right, Faulkner Park.
It'll be a fun morning anyway. There's plenty going on. Grab your mates. Come on down.
Yeah, there's no pressure to really meet and find love. Like, it's just going to be a ripping morning
We're
out.
just trying to introduce you to some new people.
We had a bit of a scene where there was some leg humping and someone got off their lead this morning in the morning meeting. If you want to have a look at our socials, Jase and Lauren stories. Things got a little out of hand in the morning meeting ahead of doggy dating. Make sure those leads are clipped on.
I might have to go and have a look at that too because I have no idea what you're talking about.
Just
There's no
before you
dogs in
arri-
the studio this
Well,
morning.
it was, yep.
There was. Okay.
Hey, have a great day, everyone. Melcher Centre's in next. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Thank you for being a friend. Gonna be a good day.
Jason Lauren. Jason Lauren.
Wake up feeling good.
On Nova 100.
Jason Lauren.
Follow them on socials.
Nova.